Well, howdy, partners.
Howdy doody, partners. I'm ready for some poker, Tom. How about you?
I'm so ready for some poker. Man, I'm super... Man, I already lost the accent as well. I mean, I'm so ready for the poker.
You're man. I was going to say for a second, what happened to Rattlesnake Tom I knew? Shall I open me some cowboy-style Prosecco, Tom?
My favorite cowboy-timey drink is the old-timey Prosecco.
Home on the range with the Prosecco.
Reminds me of being back on the farm with
Absolutely.
Mom and Pa.
And a Prosecco.
So we're here. We're back. It's the Pokerist Poker Night Yogscast Tournament Super Poker Spectacular. And yeah, we're here. We've got like a power team of players today.
Oh, it's quite the stack. And check out these outfits,
so
ladies and gentlemen.
It's animal themed. So you have a flamingo in the shape of Al Smithy over there. Chris Trott, the squid. I heard he went for that costume just so he could show off his fucking guns.
Of course.
We've got Lewis.
Lewis has covered his manly body with a cow costume.
Yeah, there were complaints after the, the beach one.
Oh, I know, I complained.
Me too.
I hope you did.
Just endlessly. We have our mystery person in the lobster outfit, which is fantastic.
It says Ross on the screen.
Shit. Then last of all, Turps in his big pink elephant outfit. The tusks are fantastic.
This is an action flop, by the way.
Is this good? Oh my god! Wow. So
we've already lost some of the cards. Trott and Smith have something.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ! Fuck!
Hunter!
You dented the ceiling. Scatter! There's a dent. Those ceiling tiles are £3 each.
Holy shit!
Sorry, Smith's got Queen 5. We're not sure what Trott's got. There we go, Queen 3. So they both got top pair. Lewis and Turps are both fishing for a 10.
Yeah, they both want that straight.
Or a king. But with the ace out there, it is going to be tricky, and neither of them has a good kicker for their queen. They need to be careful. This is not a flop you'd bet casually.
Are you going to call the 200 drop?
Someone's bet 200. It's just Turps is trying to steal it. Smith's called. There's no club draw out there for him. There's no draw for Trott either. Obviously, a king would actually make things quite scary for them. Neither of them having a 10.
Put the actual money in.
I thought I felt something.
Good luck, everyone. Put the money in.
Put something in.
Turps has a whole bunch of nothing here, unless it's a four cards to make the draw or a king, but he can't be sure because there is an ace out there, Tom.
So an 8. So Turps now actually has
bottom pair. But this will be enough for him because he's thinking a king might be good, a 10 will be good, and even my 8 might be good. He is wrong about the 8 being good, but he's going to bet it anyway. He was the original better. He's got 2 calls. In his mind, maybe they're drawing, but I'm not sure.
Oh, you've got to say, I know when he fights back. Oh, he's just calling. Okay.
Smith and Trott split this at the moment if it goes to the showdown. They both play queen, ace, jack, 8. Another 8 would make this interesting. It's a 9. Okay. Another scary card. There's a flush out there, although no one's got it.
Bloody river right there.
2,000.
I think Smith's going to call him.
Cool.
Turps has a pair of 8s.
King 8, bottom pair.
Pair of queens.
And Smithy just called him down with the queen.
bam. Wow,
that was 2,000 to call. My goodness me. That was a lot of Turps' chips bet and coolly called by Smith.
People have kind of wised up to
Turps' shenanigans?
Yeah, like, there was a whole load of stuff down there that could have been great, but they didn't know what Turps had.
Yeah, but at the same time, they didn't know what Turps had, and it was a 3-way pot. I feel like Turps was the aggressor. I guess Smithy just thought he was trying to buy it. Didn't believe him. If you get that right, you look like a genius. If you get it wrong, Tom, you look like a fool.
The blinds are 50-100, guys. You can buy it your time.
Look at this. Turps is already down to just 1,700 chips. He's lost half his stack on an opening hand bluff, semi-bluff.
So from the studio, can we get how is buy-ins working today? Are we
Yeah, what's the deal with the buy-ins?
Free buy-ins? Is it for the first hour? Each person gets 1? Is there 3 in total? I've got no idea.
We'll think about it. Let's see how it goes.
We'll be told.
If someone gets knocked out on hand 2, we'll give him a little buyback. We have to use our judgment, Tom.
Wait, we get to choose.
Yeah, geez, we're in charge. Come on.
Just unlimited buy-ins for everybody. Let's just keep this going.
Just keep it going all night.
Just until the Prosecco runs out. The moment the Prosecco runs out,
we're done.
Bam, I'm fucking out of here.
Turps is under the gun. Under the gun with 8-4. Absolute easy fold. Easy fold. Why are you calling a Queen 7, Smith?
So what is under the gun?
Under the gun means, the way it goes, the button, which is like the dealer's position. Obviously, when there is a dealer, if you have the dealer button, you're literally the one dealing.
Sure.
When you have a dealer, it's just a button that marks where play is continuing. So the dealer button to the left of him is the small blind.
Okay.
To the right of him is the big blind. Those are the bets you have to put in at the start of every hand. you have to put the blinds in. So the small blind is half of the big blind. So let's say the blinds are 100, 200. Small blind is 100, big blind is 200. That gets the action going. Otherwise, everybody just folds, 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 folds. The next person to act after the big blind is called under the gun. They are first to act. It's the hardest spot in poker. Any bet you make or any play you make has to go past all the other players at the table. So any bet you make might get re-raised by any one of them. So you need to hold on for a good hand.
Okay.
Okay. I suppose lobsters don't really make a lot of noise, do they?
Do they scream when they go in?
No, we discussed this.
We
It's
discussed
the
it.
steam.
They make
It's
a-
the steam coming out. I've got to take this.
Go on.
So it's a pair of 5s for the mystery lobster. A pretty dinky little pair of aces on the in there for Trot.
Well, you had him up until the last card.
Yeah, he got rivered, but it wasn't a big pot, so.
Nice play, guys.
Oh, Smith.
That's pretty standard. I do feel like Trot could have maybe bet. And you see, here's the thing. Let's say it comes around to Trot on the button, and he just calls. If the big blind just goes, he could have any 2 cards. He could be slow playing aces, or he could have 7 deuce. And now the board comes down 7 deuce ace, and you think, oh, I hit my ace, I'm good. But you have no information about what this guy's got. If you're just calling, you're just hoping to hit an ace, and if he hadn't hit the ace, Mystery Lobster takes some chips off him. He could have won the hand ahead of time by raising pre-flop.
I was very impressed when he just called it with one black chip.
So you thought that was a 200 bet?
Most poker tournaments, it's really just about winning the blinds. That's
So you're
a lot
saying
of
that
poker.
it isn't like, you know, when you see poker in James Bond, where every single hand is a royal flush.
Surprisingly not. Although, if you watched the last time, Smithy flopped a straight flush.
Scream like a lobster.
You bark like a flamingo.
I think they're trying to impersonate our animals.
We are here to play poker, gentlemen.
Do you remember that time when we played poker and everyone was dressed in, like, you know, suits and tuxes, and how fucking, like, classy everything looked?
It was classy.
Now this looks like some kind of
This is not
deranged
classy.
after-hours game, you know, on a kids' TV program.
Do you know what this makes me think of? This is like a pickup poker game at a fucking anime convention.
Oh shit!
Like
yes.
just replace animals with some fucking anime shit. And these guys are all like, oh, I love to play poker, kawaii, hoo hoo hoo, and all that shit. And they're fucking playing poker, and they've got anime nicknames for all the cards and everything.
Oh, nice.
That's what it makes me think of.
See, come on, what some of the anime nicknames for cards be? Because you are.
So the Pocket Cowboys will be the Pocket Cowboy Bebops or whatever.
Nice.
Right? There's one for
Okay,
you.
that's.
You call aces Akiras, Pocket Akiras. So you could go nuts with this shit. If you're a
Man,
fucking
like-
anime weep scumbag.
Yeah,
You're not, are you?
Well, you know all the fucking.
I know
animes.
those two. And also, it's inescapable. It's all over the internet.
Sure.
It is.
Sure.
I'm not a
what I'd
weeb,
say
Tom.
as well.
Don't go there, my friend.
It's okay. Like, you can be into it. You can.
That lobster, man. I can't get over that suit. I love
Looks
it.
so good.
The squid is great as well, but there's something about the lobster's happy little mouth. Looks like a smiley face with his eyes poking out, and then the little eyes on top, little squiggly antenna.
See, I still kind of like read it as like a helmet for like a medieval knight.
I'm trying to look past that. I'm
With,
trying to
like,
think of it just as if he's like
the
so happy.
eyes
Yeah.
and
just
If it-
super happy. But yeah, I love that. I like lobsters anyway, Tom. I have lobsters in my house, like little things occasionally. I'm not one of those old people.
What?
You know that has like trinkets that are lobsters? If there's a key ring that's a
Oh, I
lobster
thought you
or
meant,
like a design. No, I
you've
don't
got
own
like
lobsters.
your fucking lobster terrarium.
No. I would love that.
And
I love them. I
you
love
know,
them.
you're like, Mrs. Flex, would you care to choose your lobster? Bam!
Got
And
him.
like fucking.
Like Mr. Pinchy.
I'll give you. I'll
don't
give
give
it
him a
to
pot.
you.
Okay.
I'll put you all in.
Okay.
Also, you're just putting all yours in and.
Cool.
Jesus
You're
Christ.
not going to count chips.
Do you want to see the other one?
Oh my god. Okay.
It's not anything. It's just
Bet tens.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm a fraction ahead.
So Lewis, I believe, is all in with pocket tens.
Yeah, fuck
and I
you.
think he's been called. Oh, so sorry. Turps has gone all in with ace six, and he's been called by Lewis with pocket tens. He has to catch an ace. That's 3 cards in the deck. I don't believe anyone else
So he
folded
just
an
went
ace.
all in on his.
Yeah, I think he's about 20%, something around that. Turps has hit nothing. He is definitely not 87% to win this hand. Lewis is ahead with pocket tens. That is a wrong graphic. Gives him absolutely
3.
nothing. No, nothing. He has to hit an ace and only an ace. He's down to like 6%, maybe 7.
Stay good. Come on, my tens.
Coming at me.
Oh, the river ace! Turps doubles up.
Oh no!
That is fucking bullshit.
Lewis rivered. Oh, I believe he's still in. I think he had Turps covered. I could be wrong.
That's poker.
I'm pretty sure Lewis had him covered because Lewis shouldn't be down many chips. I think Turps was down to 1,600, 1,900, something like that.
Something along those lines.
You're going to tonight.
Have you ever seen a person cry at the table?
He is devastated.
He should not have got up.
It's the way it goes. I mean, think about this.
For sure.
If something is 25%, 1 time out of 4, it's going to come up. That's not that rare.
No, if you've got 75% chance to win, that's basically 100% chance to win.
Well, that's the way people see it.
That's the way I choose to see it.
The odds are right there, baby.
May the odds be with you. Do you ever watch those films?
Which ones?
The ones with the archer girl.
Brave?
Battle Royale with the girl with the bow.
I watched the first Battle Royale movie when it came out ages ago, the Japanese one.
No, the one with the girl and the bow. What's it called? May the odds be with
Mockingjay
you.
or
What's it called?
Catching Fire.
Katniss Everdeen.
What's
What's that movie even called?
Wait. Hunger Games.
Hunger Games. Yeah, fuck. Not like...
TV's going to go in standby mode, Tom.
Shit.
So Lewis is down to 3,200 chips.
But interestingly, he has the exact same as Turps. Smith's taking early lead. He's been fed just chips.
Smith is
So Squidamus, actually, the shortest stack.
yeah, just. Smith is actually playing some. People are saying he's a god. He did get a little lucky with hands last time he played in terms of hitting some big hands and getting paid off. Him calling down Turps there, I like that. That was a nice smooth move. Didn't try and get fresh. Didn't raise him and get bullied off. It just said, you know what, Turps, I know you. And maybe he's got a read on him. And look at Turps. He's been a lot quieter. I think he's worried about Smith. Look at his little face. He looks worried about Smith. Look, he can't take his eyes off him, Tom.
Yeah. Well, I think Smith is someone who will not take any shit from someone.
He's checking!
I can check.
You can check.
Oh, now he's okay. There we go.
Jesus, just take it. This is
Now
what
you
a
can
mess
fucking
this
fold.
round has been.
I think Smith is going to be okay the whole time against Turps.
He's calling Turps trunks.
Trunks, nice. Like, without the trunk on, what is this outfit? Right, tell me what kind of religious ceremony he's just about to take part in. This is the gear for his religious ceremony. Explain to me. Is he the high priest? Is he just someone who's taking part?
If he's the high priest, look how baggy it looks. He's whatever gimp they need for their ceremony. He's the sacrifice. He's the guy they feed to something. He's the guy they have to cut the guts open of and play with for whatever summoning they must do. I mean, look, the lobster suit looks more like the high priest.
Yeah, you want to go to some kind of crazy crustacean church?
Yeah, I think he is definitely the head of that sect. Look at look how big his hat is.
It's true. The bigger the hat, the better the job.
And the less of the person you can see, because he's like an MP or something,
Oh, okay.
I guess
What
if you
does
say
that mean? I know I
it,
We got
said
any more
the word.
Prosecco?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, apparently there's more Prosecco.
If they try to take the other bottle of Prosecco,
that is
the game is
our-
over. The game is over.
We will walk. We will walk if
No.
that goes.
So bitch.
they're saying no.
No, because they're keeping it. That's why. There's only 3 ones, I think.
It's for
Oh,
us. It's for
Prosecco!
us.
Hands off the Prosecco!
4 or 5
There's
miles
1, 2,
drinking
3,
it.
4.
Right, blinds,
There's
please.
5 people. 5 people
100,
here.
200.
You're only 2.
Who's Big Lil?
Like I said, he's a man. He can't be intimidated.
Yeah, you can't intimidate him. You're
the
right.
moment he feels intimidated, he starts to fillet a bottle. How can you intimidate a
can't-
person
yeah,
that
it's
mad?
impossible.
It just doesn't.
He
it
can't
just
be
doesn't
broken.
Work.
Oh, this could be a collision. This should be all in, all in. So
Oh,
Mystery
shit.
Lobster's going to look down at pocket threes. He might lose some money here. He should bet the pocket threes just to scare away things like the 5-4, the Queen 7, and maybe get to a flop with something like Ace Queen. And let's say it comes down Ace Queen 3. He's got Squidamus locked up at that point because he's got a set of threes. Squidamus has 2 pairs, so he's going to get all his chips. With the small pocket pairs, you do what's called set mining. So set mining is where you'll try to see flops with the 3s and the 4s and the 5s and the 6s in the hope that you hit, because a set
Right.
is such a powerhouse hand, especially when it's a set of 3s, because no one sees it. Oh, he's got 7-3. Motherfucker.
So,
He's folding. Okay. So all that talk was for nothing. Lewis should absolutely jam this.
Milk them dry. I want you to be the cow that milks them.
They're not calling him. I mean, in a way, he should be
Also,
happy about this. It
I
looks
just-
like this is a huge pot, and Lewis has pocket kings. If an ace comes down, it's a disaster. But if a queen comes down, Lewis could definitely double up through Squidamus here.
I'm interested to see what happens.
Perfect flop for Lewis. Jam it, Lewis. Jam it all in.
So Trunkin has got the 7, which might keep
He
him.
might call him down light with that, yeah.
And also...
jam it, Lewis! Jam it!
Smith has picked up a 5 as well. So everyone is now got some pairs apart from Squidamus.
Yeah.
But he's still sat on that ace-queen.
It looks pretty until the flop comes.
Just have to go all in.
No.
You can.
Are you fucking
You can. That's exactly the same stack. Yeah, of course you can. This is brilliant, Lewis. You're gonna either do really well.
I'm fucking delighted.
Nice.
This is a dream for Lewis and a nightmare all at once. The dream is he's going to triple up, but the terrifying thing is there are now quite a few cards out there that ruin him.
I am going to call this now.
Okay.
We're going to see an ace instead of Squidamus.
We could. It's more likely than a queen because there's only 2 queens left in the deck. So there are 3 aces, 2 queens. So let's see. 3 aces, that's 3. 2 queens, that's 5.
I can already. I
6,
feel
7, 8, 9,
like
10, 11.
like. Did you watch Minority Report? I'm one of the precogs.
Oh yes.
In the swimming pool. Sometimes you're a little bit wrong.
All right. So wait, an 8 here makes a straight for Smithy.
I do want to see.
Smithy has 4, 5. An 8 makes a straight for him. An ace makes it for Squidamus. Another 7 or a queen makes it for Trunkin. So Lewis could quadruple up, which would be amazing for him. It's a 9. Lewis has 2 pair.
Holy shit.
He's absolutely quadrupled up. That is insane that it held.
Cheers.
Nice.
Oh.
Ace queen.
Wow.
Fucking well done.
The king's held.
Pair? Wow.
Yep. Praise be to the lobster god. So Lewis got, this is what, like when you're short stacked and you hit a hand like kings, often what will happen as a tournament is you shove and nobody calls.
Yeah, that seems to be.
And you're like, oh my god, that was my big chance. Now I'm gonna have to go all in with garbage. So he got 3 calls for his all in, which is like at one point amazing. But now there are 3 people out there that can outdraw you. It's so scary.
You did better with Pocket Kings than I did.
As it is, Lewis takes a huge surge towards the top of the chip ladder. I think he might even be in first place now.
See, I wonder if Turps is just off his game, being sat directly opposite Smith.
He's got to play into him.
How they're sat, they are looking directly at each other, and Smith is going to be the one who is reading every one of his calls.
That's true, but
directly.
worse than that, Tom, every play that he makes, Smith acts after him. So he's always to his left. It's only one orbit of the table, which is where he's the button that Smith has to act before him. So every other time post-flop, Turps has to play into Smith. So any move he makes, Smithy is right on his tail,
just
calling him,
instantly.
re-raising him. It's a nightmare.
All in.
You enjoy that. All in. What have you got, sunshine? You're just buying back.
So this is great for Al Smith. He's hit top pair. Unlikely someone has a 9 because there's already 2 out there. Squidamus should get the fudge out of here.
Lewis is top.
Top
Not
dog
sure
with
what he
12k. There's an ace. Trunkin's trying to win with 7 deuce. Is he all in? It shows 0.
7-2. All in. I said I'd do it beforehand.
Okay.
I admire the bravery, but he's completely destroyed
My
here.
hands were tied!
There's no way he wins.
Oh, pair of kings. No, there's no way for me to win.
He's drawing dead.
I would like to. I'm sorry. It was a video. I did a video. If I get this hand tonight in any variant, I go all in pre-flop. Okay.
Okay, so he put a video out saying he would do that, and he did it. He can buy back.
So
I think it was a good idea, but at the
Also-
same time, he just donked all his chips off to Smith. So
But, he was throwing, like, what, a few hundred chips in?
it wasn't much. He didn't have much left. So yeah.
It was probably the softest, safest way for him to do that. Although, is there, like, a weird, like, meta to that,
To 7
people
deuce?
out? Well, no, I'm saying that you will do something, and then after that point, everyone will always be second-guessing. He's gone all in. Is he betting on the 7 deuce?
There is a player called Jamie Gold. His whole approach to the tournament was that he told people what he had. And sometimes he was being honest, sometimes he was lying, sometimes he would show people one of his cards.
So is that allowed? Is that...
No, not really. But the rules weren't 100% clear. They changed the rules next year.
Okay.
So you're not allowed to show people your cards. So he did this the whole time. He was like, dude, I've got the queen. I'm not going to show you the other one. But trust me, it's a 10. You should fold. And sometimes people go like, full of shit, and they call him and be like, I told you. And once that reputation starts to grow, and once you fuck with enough people at a table, remember, they're there for hours and hours a day, so he's needling in your head like Turps does.
Yeah.
So it gets to people. There's also a guy called Will Kassouf.
Will Kassouf.
He's a nightmare of a guy to watch, but I'm sure what he does works. Because he gets in people's head, he's like, when it's a situation where someone's all in, it's up to him to call, and there's no other action. What do you got? I've got kings. What do you got? You got aces? You got aces? You got aces? I've got kings. Do you reckon I should call? I'll call you. If I say I'm going to call you, I will call you. Do you want me to call you? Like this, and he'll just go back and forth looking for any sliver of reaction. Okay. And eventually people just break and start talking, spilling their guts to this guy. Some of them, the more professional guys, would just sit tight, and some guy goes, "You are hurting my feelings," and get really upset with this guy, and they're like, "Call the tournament director." I was like, "Calm down, dude. This guy was like, it's part of his game. It's not against the rules." In the end, they told him to shut up, because he's just being too aggressive and talking too much. Hold on a sec. Smithy's flop trip queens.
Ooh. Squidmus with the dual sevens is nice.
I mean, the thing is, if you got pocket sevens and you look at this flop, you might think you're good. Simply because if there's already 2 queens out there, it's unlikely he's got one in his hand. Yes, it's entirely possible. You've got to be careful. But if you think about it, that would mean 3 queens are already out on the board. 1 in Smithy's hand and 2 on the board. So in that regard, you wouldn't put him on a queen. Maybe you put him on ace deuce or a pair of 10s or something like that. You could absolutely do that. But Squidmus might think his 7s are okay. Definitely worth a bet. Tell me the lobster gets out of the way here. What is he calling with?
I don't know. They have renamed him to Rob the Lobster because I think people have just slowly been bleeding him from being involved in dumb hands.
Okay, there's a 5 that makes a full house for Smithy. The only way it could get better for him now is if a 7 comes for Squidmus.
If the 7 turns up, Squidmus is out now.
He is in
he
massive
will go
trouble.
all in, and
I mean, that's the kind of collision that destroys people's morale. Because you think, I've got a full house, 7, 7, 7, queen, queen. You wouldn't put him on queen 5. So when it comes down queen, queen, queen 5, you'd think, no way. But he absolutely has. Rob the Lobster should get the heck out. There is no card that wins this for him.
I think he just wants to play the game. I genuinely feel, watching these guys, sometimes they just get bored and they're like,
I haven't played a hand in ages.
I think it comes from the sort of like the YouTube dynamic of like recording videos. Sometimes you get this like a switch flicks in your head and you're like, I haven't spoken in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm still here. I'm doing a thing.
Fucking hell. Put it in a fucking thing.
Trot's called.
So, oh my goodness, Squidmus has called?
So it is, okay, I'm currently sitting on 3 of a kind. You got pocket clubs?
No, you got a full house.
Oh, full house.
You fucked. You flopped a full house.
Oh, not bad.
Nah, but that's not doing anything. Okay, well done, Smith.
So he's called, leaving himself on 700 chips.
So Smithy's got a full house.
Got the mic on, have they? Oh God, why?
He's buying back in, gentlemen.
But he's already bought back in once. What the fuck is this shenanigans?
Are they saying for the first hour anything goes?
Well, we're an hour in. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let him stay in. Let him just feed more money to other people.
His first, you only get 1 buy and he's used it up.
Oh. Wait, we never had the rules. First hour.
Turps has set the rules.
Turps has set the rules.
We just work here, homie, it turns out.
It's the first hour.
1 buyback. I think Turps is saying this because otherwise people just muck around.
What, let everyone
and one
have
guy ends up with all the chips. Come in, Squiddy.
Have 1 buyback.
We don't actually have a chair for our guests.
We didn't have a chair or a mic set up for you, so we've not.
We'll sort that out. Just come on in here.
Come around. Do you want us to make you some kind of chair out of our combined knees?
Perch on here.
That'd be nice.
It's a cowboy's knees.
Go. This is a special cowboy seating position.
I'll angle my mic like this.
It's a lot earlier than before, right?
It was pretty early. What were you thinking?
I wasn't really thinking, I'm honest. I was more role-playing the squid.
Very good. So
classically, not great at poker. I don't think I've ever seen a World Series that has had a squid
Never
involved.
seen a good squid.
Had a great time.
Good.
And I'm looking forward to you guys letting me back in.
Well, we've said...
You have to talk to Turps about that.
We said that we're happy for you to go back in.
Yeah, we're allowed to have 1 more buyback, but it is technically up to Turps.
So before, the last time that we played, they were allowed 3 buy-ins as long as it happened before the first hour.
Yes.
This will
first
be the
hour
third.
Is not up.
But the first hour is about to end.
So we think you can get 1 more go.
Yeah,
if you want to.
Then no more buy-ins are allowed.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll see.
Yeah.
See what Turps says.
All right, go see what Turps says. But we approve.
We've approved.
Mysterious, transparent squid.
Great comment, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
You just see us just lip syncing.
Charming young man. Charming. Fine derriere on my old knee.
Yeah. Oh my god. I didn't even
Felt
notice.
good.
It was like a cloud had just brushed over
Very
my leg.
light. It was like having my 9-year-old on my knee.
And soft.